Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control in me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know, my wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Welcome to ArchRivals Football. Here is your starting lineup. Number 20, Darnell the Playmaker Salads. Number 94, Alex the Bearman Alcazaz. Number 24, Ricky Litwinkowicz. This show is sponsored by Raz Energy, DreamControllers.com, and Steiner Sports. ArchRivals Football is a Pain Train Pipe Bomb production. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday night, late, but we are here. ArchRivals Football, Season 3, Week 6 in the... Is Week 6? Yeah, Week 6 in the...
Week 6 in the NFL, Week 7 in college football.
Yes. So...
Precisely.
We had a few technical issues on Saturday and yesterday, but we are here today, hopefully, for the duration of however long we are going to be on. We'll be having a special guest on in a few minutes to talk some college football with you guys. I definitely know that is going to happen. So, yeah, we're here. Darnell, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a minute since I've been on, but I'm here.
Alex, what's doing, bruh?
Living a life, gentlemen. Building my other shows, working hard, literally praying every day. Hopefully something huge happens tomorrow. But you know what? I love what I'm doing, trying to live life as best I can despite the stress. I have good guys like you backing me up. And guys, your friendship means a whole lot. So thank you guys very much. And thank you to all the loyal listeners who have been supportive of me. Thank you.
Well, as we have been trying to fix our broadcasting system.
Well, I'm going to say this before Ricky gets going.
Go ahead.
Y'all tune in Saturday. It's going to be a pretty big show because of the technical difficulties that went on over the weekend. But me and Ricky got y'all covered on Saturday.
Oh, we got a lot of good stuff cooking for Saturday. We'll say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately regret to inform you that I will not be on Saturday, but I will be back on next week.
We do also have a little bit of a tiny announcement before we go on with some of our sports talk for the evening. The long-awaited merchandise has arrived. If you do go to paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com, you will get your official Season 3 ArchRivals football merchandise. It was fully custom designed over the weekend via my laptop. Not even the gaming computer, but via the laptop. And let me tell you, some primo merch is coming out. We also have some other Pipe Bomb merchandise that's coming out as well. You should check that out. And Alex got to see it before. We also have some Detroit Lions designed merchandise via the Pipe Bomb network for people who love to wear jerseys. Yeah, those jerseys are up there as well. So that's our start of our merchandising.
And it's fine work, Ricky. Absolute fine work. Incredible.
So for anybody that's looking for a sale on some merchandise, everything's available, by the way. Everything's on sale. I believe it's 10 to 15% off on the website. Over $50 is free shipping, I believe, or $55 is free shipping. So load up on some brand new shirts while you're at it. All right, so NFL football, NCAA. Let's just go around the horn. Alex, first off, what did you see out of Week 5 of the NFL?
You know, Mr. Playmaker described it in the best way possible, but I'm not going to steal the man's thunder. I'll let him explain. Another just week full of surprises and literally like, I did not see that coming kind of thing. But at the end of the day, these surprises, these big things that really, how do you say, shock us? I mean, that's what we want to see, to be quite frank. So, but like I said, I mean, Darnell explained it the best way, but like I said, I ain't going to steal the man's thunder. So, Darnell, you can take it away from here, buddy.
Rick, I bet Ricky been waiting on this, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been waiting. I was just gonna let you drop some bombs right now.
I mean, I've been ready for this, Playmaker. So have at it, brother.
Week 5. Where do you want to start from the beginning and work our way to the end, or what?
Let's just pull out some extreme highlights. Okay, that's the way I want to kind of put that.
You could wrote a book on Week 5 alone in the NFL. That's how crazy it was. You had this is address the elephant in the room. Jon Gruden and his debacle, what he got going on. Urban Meyer's going to a club, not traveling back with the team, and all that other stuff. You have quarterbacks on Thursday night who injured fingers. One is done for some weeks. The other one still playing. Thankfully for me. This is where Ricky really wanted me to get to. Cincinnati and Green Bay. Bearman, and within the last 2 minutes in overtime, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 missed field goals. 5.
Is that a lone chapter in a supposed book that you like to describe the situation? Is that one chapter?
You know, one person commented on my post and said that's chapter 1. Kickers suck.
I think so. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's actually debatable. Is it the kickers or is it the dilemma with Urban Meyer and Mr. Jon Gruden?
You know, he's chapter 1 because
okay,
5 missed field goals in one game. One game. One.
Yeah, okay, but those are 2 chapters right there. The coaching dilemma and the freaking missed field goals. So those 2 chapters to your book, there, Playmaker.
Oh, you want me to get to the Patriots game? The reason why the Patriots came back and beat Houston?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes.
Wait. All I have to say is this, okay? While we're kind of floating the lovely red, white, and blue guys from Massachusetts, all right? I'm going to say this. That play reminds me of the Colts play where it was just the smart idea to line up the entire team
on one side against the Patriots.
Exactly. Okay, that was deja vu of that play, all right? Now, I understand you're up 15 points or whatever, or like 20-something points at that point. You should not be diddling around like that, okay? Do not diddle with the ball, okay? Kick the ball away. Save yourself some face, because throughout this game, you've already burned all your timeouts when you didn't need to. Okay? Let's not even go anything further than that. I will admit this on the air live, and for everybody listening to this afterwards, okay? I turned the game off in the third quarter. Okay?
You know what happened in the third quarter? The stupid punt.
The Patriots game was off every one of my screens in the third quarter. I saw the punt. I saw the Patriots end up punting the ball back like a fucking bunch of morons that they are, and I turned it off. Okay, done. I am having people like, hey, the Patriots are coming back. I don't care. I did not watch anything after the punt. That was it. That game, to me, was a mystery after that play. So, granted, yes, they won, but they were gifted that game the entire weekend. Now, as for Thursday Night Football with Mr. Wilson tearing ligaments in his middle finger, at least he won't be doing this with his throwing hand for 6 to 8 weeks, okay? And that would be giving everybody the number one signal. So, let's just know this, all right? So, yeah, pretty much, listen.
Hold on, before you go on. Bearman, did I watch because remember, all this happened before we even got the Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
We still have one game left. And how does that end up? The Colts blow an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter and losing overtime to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Lamar Jackson actually threw for 400 yards. Can you believe that? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. And what's even crazier is that despite the depleted backfield, the Ravens' offense, total offense, is number one in the league, although it's only a 5-yard difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the Ravens as far as total offense goes. Can you believe that? Only a 5-yard difference.
When I say you can write a book on everything that happened in Week 5 in the NFL, you can literally write a book. It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, you can also mention, the fact that a Ravens player committed a foul that literally that really swung the door open for the Colts. They didn't get it done. So that player that committed that foul, boy, did he get a free get out of jail free card.
Let us also go to mention that the Indianapolis Colts secondary was headed by Alan Alda and the rest of the MASH unit from 1977, because as soon as they put in one player, oh shit, MASH unit comes, pick them up, put up another poor bastard in there, and the Colts defense had absolutely no clue in their secondary. But, I mean, overall, I will say this. It was a decently exciting weekend in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Ricky for beating me in fantasy.
Yeah, by what, 11 points?
8.
Either way, win is a win.
Should we talk about how many players did the Cowboys take out this Sunday? One of them being Saquon Barkley, then the other being Daniel Jones.
Giants fans don't want to hear that right now because they know who coming into town now. They don't want to hear that right now.
It doesn't matter, okay? Because the fact is, Giant fans can still troll and say, you know what, Mike Glennon still torched that Cowboys defense, and the Giants still were in it for some point. I mean, at one point, the Cowboys finally decided to actually play some football.
The Giants have bigger problems coming in Sunday.
Let us just first off, I don't even want to go to mention the fact that the Giant fans right now, okay, they have all gone to Costco, Walmart, Sam's Club. They've hit up every candle factory known to man and have lit a vigil for their team currently right now. Okay? They've lit a vigil for their team right now.
One thing, gentlemen, did you guys see the specific play where Daniel Jones got hit?
That's his fault.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you, gentlemen, about, because that particular play, did Daniel Jones make a bad mistake because he decided to play the hero? Because that's what my guest said when I recapped the game. He explains that Daniel Jones decided to play hero, and as we know, when you decide to play hero, it's costly. And he even
How
mentioned,
how
and
you
this
gonna
is not
play
from,
hero in the second quarter?
and this is not from Zombieland. Like, don't be a hero. I mean, this is not that kind of humor. It's for real.
How you playing hero in the second quarter?
Listen,
They needed to score. I think that's the problem. They needed to score.
Daniel Jones, up till that point, was their offense. Let's not get this twisted, okay? He's leading the team in rushing, okay? He's obviously leading the team in passing because, well, he's the quarterback, okay? He's their best offensive weapon. There is no qualms about this right now. We are now season 4 in a row almost of Saquon getting hurt. Probably the best, the worst first round pick ever known to man. Ryan Leaf is probably up there with the first round picks as well, because now Saquon's been hurt every season since he's gotten drafted. Okay,
Which begs the question: is Saquon Barkley now one of the biggest what if stories in NFL history?
On the field, he's good when he's healthy. Obviously, he tripped over somebody's foot, twisted his ankle. He's done. All right. We actually got Kenny Kirkpatrick in here from the K&K Sports Show coming in.
I'm gonna say this
right now,
Ricky. I know why you say just in the season when it comes to the Jets. I actually watched it in London.
Kenny, you just gotta have to lower the volume a little bit.
Yep.
All right,
Hey,
let me go to London. Did y'all watch the London game?
I saw the highlights, but I was not gonna get up early and watch that game. I don't get up that
Dude, the Falcons did not have Russell Gage or Calvin Ridley. They don't have a running game to speak of because, like Ricky said, Cordero Patterson is a what?
wide receiver. Sorry, Ricky, because Ricky asked me that question and I had to answer it too. So you know what? Yeah, I gotta. Because I'm still wondering, was that a rhetorical question or was Ricky serious? I should know. Ricky's always serious.
All I could say is this. Currently, right now, you look at it's a royal mess in the Meadowlands right now. It's a royal mess. Okay,
There's a royal mess in New York. Period.
I think every second stringer for the Giants is going to be playing this weekend. First off,
That's not good.
and all of these big players that you had in Jabril Peppers, limited, Slayton limited, Barkley's going to be out a few weeks. Galladay doubtful for Sunday.
No, they already ruled him out. That came to my phone yesterday. They already ruled him out.
Daniel Jones, DNP, Sterling Shepard, limited, Logan Ryan, limited. I really think Alan Alda and the rest of the crew from MASH is going to be with the Giants on Sunday when they play the Rams. That's all.
If you're a Giants fan, I don't know what to tell you because there's a team coming in.
I'm gonna
that's
hear what you said over there, Darnell, because I am a Giants fan.
I'm sorry, Kenny, but you know who's coming into town, right?
Yeah, we know.
We gonna stay for Saturday. I just want you to know, you know who coming to town.
We did beat the Saints a couple weeks ago, so
Yeah,
They did.
See,
They
and Kenny, you're actually not gonna believe this, but when I was previewing the Cowboys and Giants game on my Cowboys show, I was actually saying the Giants are not as bad as everybody likes to say. There's like Daniel Jones has been playing good, but of course, all these fans, I mean, the same Cowboy fans that do the same shit every year. This is our year. They're all like shitting all over Jones. I'm like, guys, do the damn. We should watch the film. I mean, seriously, stop shitting on the guy. I get it. It's the Giants. We don't like him, but tell the truth. Be honest. Be real, for God's sake.
Let me tell you.
Absolutely.
I will say this, though, about the Giant game, because we're going to start to surmise a little bit of this up real quick. The Giants were in this game on Sunday until all the injuries started happening. That's exactly what it was. The Giants were in this game until Barkley twisted his ankle. Then Jones gets his bitch smacked up. Galladay gets his knee all messed up. And then the ultimate black eye, which, again, I was kind of hoping and praying there would have been more consequences on it. The bullshit with Tony. Yeah, you're having a career day, and then you go and throw a punch. In the old school days of Parcells, Belichick, you asked to be suspended for a few games and not even worry about sniffing the white lines of the field, let alone putting that uniform on Sunday. So, luckily enough, because the Giants are so banged up, Tony's going to end up playing.
So, all right.
Yeah.
We do have a game tomorrow, gentlemen.
Yes, we do.
The defending champs, Buccaneers, on the road to take on those Eagles that Bearman doesn't like very much.
Very much. I do not like them at all.
It's
Correction,
Tampa and
playmaker.
Philly, fellas. Kenny, you're the guest. I give you the first crack of Thursday Night Football.
Take it away, Kenny.
How easy has this Buccaneers schedule been minus first week with Dallas? I mean, they're
Well,
Super Bowl
not too
champs, and
easy.
they're getting. I mean, you don't know who you're going to play at the beginning of the year, but Eagles, I think they show up once every 3-4 weeks. Hats off to them. They took care of the Panthers last week.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
I know they're home. I know the Eagles are home, but they're going to be turning on Jalen Hurts and other guys in that team. I wish the best for Devontae Smith. We have his cousin on our show as a regular, and I wish him the best. But as a Giants fan, I do not want the Eagles to win this game, and I hope Brady beats them by 30.
An interesting fact about this game: the Buccaneers' passing defense is actually worse in the league. The Cowboys are right there under them. So a lot of people have already saying that the Buccaneers are easily going to take care of the Eagles, but I honestly beg to differ. I mean, it's still debated as far as Jalen Hurts goes, because this goes back to where I previewed the show, because one of my loyal listeners did ask me to address this on my show. Like, do I believe if Jalen Hurts is stuck in the Oklahoma Sooner play style? I said, like, that's arguable, but for my case, I have no logical argument saying whether he is or not. I mean, maybe he is, but I don't know. The bottom line is Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, the Eagles play style or whatever. There's just not really that. It's not clicking, if you know what I mean. Like, there's something that's just not going right. But there's a lot of theories, so we don't know exactly what's going on. But the bottom line is the Eagles just were not winning. So that's what I stick with. But this game, it's going to be a challenge for the Bucs, but it's definitely a game I'd want to keep my eye on. I just hope I don't get bored. That's the problem. No, go like Ricky, like fall asleep.
I have spent quite a few
Ricky.
days falling asleep watching games. I'm not even going to joke when I say this, because the sheer boredom of it all, with no action, low scoring, tons of injuries, penalties, you name it, it's going to stack up.
Ricky. This is where me and Ricky have fun. All right.
Have fun. That's
So, you know the score at halftime, Russ, Ricky?
Yes.
The score was 15-6 at halftime.
This was not one of the games that was on my TV, by the way.
15-6 at halftime.
I'm not even going to lie when I say this. This game was not on my TV.
Dude. We talked earlier about how Week 5 is a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ricky talked about the punt in Houston, right?
Yeah.
He did.
You know how Philly got back in the game? They blocked the punt.
But again, the difference is that Philly actually got their hands on the ball. The Houston kicker kicked it into the back of his own player's head, and it went straight up in the air. You could not write up the comedy classic any better than kicking the ball into the back of your center's head.
No, check this out, though. We went. Remember, halftime is 15-6, okay? We have a block punt, and all of a sudden, Sam Darnold decides to throw not one, not two, but 3 picks.
Kenny, was that kind of like a welcome back to the Jets thing going on with
That's what I was
Sam
just
Darnold?
thinking, but the butt fumble there. I mean, that was Sanchez. I don't know if anything will ever beat that one, but that was pretty funny, though. I did see that, though, the highlight.
But by the way, I'm actually
so top 10.
I'm actually hoping we're going to be on the air for that, because that anniversary is coming up in 9 days.
Oh, we will.
Oh, happy early anniversary.
9 days. Happy anniversary for the Mark Sanchez butt fumble on Thanksgiving.
Happy early anniversary.
We should also discuss the anniversary. We talked about this earlier, Ricky, about that play, that infamous play that the Colts did, which was really a laughing stock. I'm sure you would love to talk about that.
There have many classic plays of punts and blunders in history, but I will say this: Philly, for some reason, somehow becomes a second half team, unlike a bunch of other teams in the NFL. And
Poor Detroit. Poor Detroit.
I'm not even. No, I don't even want to mention them.
I did it for you. That's why I did that.
Well, good. I just threw up in my mouth because you mentioned it. Tampa right now is going to this game game tomorrow night, and they are banged up. They're banged up. I am very, very shocked at this. Okay? Mr. Thomas Edward Brady's name was on the actual injured list this week, even though it does say full participation in practice.
Oh, he has a sore thumb on his throwing hand. Tom Brady's injured. Only thing he did was throw for freaking 400 yards and 5 touchdowns against the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, our poor baby.
Yes?
Giselle, take out your penis and piss on it so Tom can play on Sunday.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on.
Ricky, you are savage, brother. You are savage.
This is what you get for late night sports talk. Kenny knows this already.
All right.
So
I mean, come on. Tom Brady has a sore thumb. They secondary is beating up. And guess what the spread is? Bucks by 7.
Listen, did he not, like 2 years ago in the playoffs, go into a game with stitches in his hand? Why? Because he banged his head on Rex Burkhead's helmet. This is Thomas Edward Brady, for Christ's sakes. He's got a bruised thumb. OMG.
I mean, let me take it further, gentlemen. I mean, didn't Tom Brady allegedly play with a torn ACL?
Apparently the entire year last year.
Yeah, okay,
He played
yeah.
with
So
a torn ligament in his knee.
well, if you made it through, yeah.
Still threw 40 touchdowns last year. Hello.
So if he makes it through that, okay, a sore thumb is not going to stop the guy. Not at all. It will not stop him.
Russell Wilson is out for almost 2 months with a freaking middle finger injury.
Well, Russell Wilson is not Tom Brady.
All right.
I'm not even going into that comparison. Anyway.
You're not going there, comparison.
No.
There you go, because I made it clear. It's clear. He's not Tom Brady.
It don't matter, but people acting crazy because Tom Brady got a sore thumb. Who cares?
So
well, Russell Wilson it's the middle finger, not the thumb. So there's a difference.
in comparison for both sides with injuries, Tampa's coming in really wounded. The walking Q-tip is questionable, meaning JPP. Levante David now out with an ankle. Gronk with the ribs out. Antoine Winfield, safety, concussion, he's out. And a whole bunch of other guys are listed here with hands and ankles and hips and all banged up guys, where Philly's only walking in with 5 guys and 1 guy's not playing because of a personal matter. His panties probably shrunk in the laundry. But Lane Johnson's not playing, so Philly's coming in a little bit more healthier than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Therefore, Philly has a good chance of actually winning. Well, it is on their turf, so.
Well, they still are a 7-point dog at home.
7-point dog at home, and Tampa Bay is favorite, has a 71% one chance of winning this game. And the over-under is 52.5, so 53. Do we see Philly getting to 20? Do we see Philly getting to 20?
Possibly.
Yeah. I do.
Well, keep in mind, Tampa's passing defense is worse in the league, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Hurts.
Well, Jalen Hurts ain't been throwing the ball well anyway, so.
You're going to have Hurts and Goddard.
Dallas Goddard is out for the game.
Yeah, that's right. Watch Jalen Reagor.
My team now.
The receivers in this game,
his only receiver is really Devontae Smith.
I think they get to 20, but Tampa Bay is going to get to 35. It's going to be right around that 27-20 range. I think it's going to go under the total, though.
I am seeing.
I think the reason I say that real quick is I think it's going to be a ground game. Fournette's been money for the last couple of weeks for Tampa, and I think they're going to feed him the rock and give him 20+ carries in this game.
I see one of those games like it was this past weekend with Miami, close till the third quarter, and then here comes Tampa Tampa goes, hey, you know what? We're tired with playing with this mamby-pamby BS. Let's just blow them the hell out and get out of here.
See,
you know what? As much as we wanted to praise the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for their defense last year, the only thing we're praising the Tampa Bay team for this year is their offense. and that's it. They have viably become a mirror image of the Rams right now. Rams were great in defense last year. This year, not so much. Tampa Bay,
Hey,
great in
at least
defense last year.
At least they
This
can
year, not so
fall on.
much.
Well, we kind of banged up in the secondary too now. Yeah, I lost Darius Rand. He
Well-
went on
well,
IR.
I would definitely say this week, I don't think the Rams defense is going to have much problem. So that's why I'm confident enough to actually start them.
I don't know. So what are we consensus Tampa on this pick?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
most definitely Tampa.
I just have a feeling it's going to be a game that's going to be a bit difficult to watch, but you're still going to want to watch it anyway. I mean, have you guys ever had that situation?
Well, it's
You're
about
bored,
time
it's
because
hard, but you just don't want to get up. You don't want to stop watching, even though you're bored.
it's about that time because probably like the last 3 Thursday night games has been pretty good.
Unfortunately for me, I'll be I wait, hold on, let me yeah. I have a show to do at 8:00 tomorrow night, so I'll miss exactly the first half, and then put the radio on for the second half because
I know it's a football show, but don't forget the Giants and Dodgers are on tomorrow night too.
yeah, but are they on early or late?
An old New York classic right there, Kenny. An old New York classic, the Dodgers and the Giants. Both teams used to be in New York City.
That's a
Since
good
you
question,
want to
Ricky.
throw baseball in here,
Like this.
San Francisco Giants, you better finish up them damn Dodgers. That's all I gotta say.
Anyway, moving on. All right, we have some college football. This is where I kind of depart and let Darnell take over because I don't have a dog in the college fight. I just like to sit there and look
He
at all
don't want a dog in a college football.
I only love to sit there and look at the extremely 30-point plus spreads in the newspaper.
I will say this. Did you watch the Iowa game?
Nope.
See, you missed. See. This is why he doesn't have a dog in the fight because he don't want to listen to me. But I'm gonna get to that in a minute, gentlemen. Are y'all ready to talk some college football?
Absolutely.
yes.
I had some fun on ours, so let's do it.
All right.
All right. A lot of interesting things happened in week 6 of the college football era. First off, Alabama took a L at A&M. But it's not the only thing that happened that involves a Texas school. Because Bearman, you want to let the people know what also happening when it comes to the state of Texas?
Oh boy, the Longhorns kind of doing what they're known to do, choking. Like it's a team that's got the potential, but then kind of chokes in the Final Four. But Texas got their asses kicked, and if I were the Longhorn fan I was when I was a teenager, I wouldn't be here right now. But now that I'm like, the objective sports fan, really don't care too much about the Longhorns. I'm like, they lost, they suck. It is what it is.
A freshman comes in for Spencer Rattler, who, by the way, was the Heisman favorite coming into the season. Gets benched
Dude,
in the biggest rivalry game they have.
As far as I'm concerned, Spencer Rattler's career at the University of Oklahoma is kaput. Over.
You had Gabe Williams come in there and carve up Texas.
Carve him up big time. I mean, the guy's a freshman.
Carved them up. Kenny, did you see the game? Because I'm
I
stunned.
did see bits and pieces of that game. I will say the only thing about that is the no defense conference. It's the Big 12.
Oh, we know that. We knew that
I
going
don't
in.
know.
Shots
maybe
fired, baby.
I'm
Shots
right-handed.
fired.
I could have probably carved that Texas defense up with left-handed. So
See, it's shots fired, but Kenny, you are spot on, my friend.
no defense league. Come on. I could see this being a wake-up call for Spencer Rattler, and maybe Lincoln Riley gives him another chance. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe they split time. I don't know. You're talking about a guy who's supposed to be projected to go number 1 in next year's draft, and he gets benched and struggles. This could be a wake-up call for him.
Yeah, it's not on the game of the week slate for me, but Bearman, you do like Texas. You like Texas Christian University, so that's a primetime game.
Yeah.
This is one team in the Big 12 that will try and play a little defense. Just throwing that out there.
Because
I'm just saying, you might get your revenge.
I know Coach Gary Patterson as well as you. Okay, this coach has been at TCU for a long time, and he's always been about about a balanced Texas Christian team. Okay, we need some excel on defense and on offense. But TCU's unranked going against number 4. I mean, that's going to be tough. I think the game is in Norman, Oklahoma.
It is in Norman, Oklahoma.
It is,
7:30
okay, yeah.
ABC, the primetime game of the week. Surprisingly, but it is. All right, Kenny. I don't know if you caught the show on the time that you have, but I like to look at Group of 5 schools because I like look at everything. And Bearman, BYU couldn't handle the spotlight.
Oh no.
Boise State went into BYU and gave them a nail.
26-17. That's embarrassing.
I will say, real quick, I'm sorry. I was in Atlantic City that week when they played South Florida, and I bet BYU at the sports book. And was I disappointed in that BYU defense? And that second half, South Florida could have easily won that game if they made 1 or 2 stops. And it was just like a ticking time bomb. And Boise State, I think, was in the right place at the right time to beat them. That team was just ready to get beat. They've been walking on thin ice.
So you said by them getting ranked up in number 10, and then they put in the 330 slot for ABC. It was too big for them.
Yep.
And that's what we said, right? We want to see how BYU handled this spotlight. They in the spotlight now. They couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle the big boys, big time.
Would not.
One thing, Bearman always say, I'm good at picking games, right?
Yep.
Game of the week was Iowa and Penn State. Could you not have a better game than that? I mean, that was truly the game of the week. I know it happened to Alabama and Texas A&M, but 3 versus 4 lived up to it. You talking about a mix of new school and old school football put together. That's what you like to see. And Iowa came on top. You know why? Because of that defense. The defense of Iowa is unreal. It's unreal.
I mean, 2 quarterbacks came in the game for Penn State, and they both threw for less than 200 yards, and they both threw for 2 interceptions, man, and both had no touchdowns. I mean, one of those guys, 7 for 21 for only 34 yards. 34. I mean, that's humiliating. I mean, I'm not even sure if that guy started the game or not, but still, that's embarrassing.
Did the starting quarterback get hurt for Penn State? I was watching more of the Alabama game.
I think he did. I think he did get hurt. Yes, he did get hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what it.
Sean Clifford got hurt.
Okay, so it was the backup who had the worst performance. But like Darnell said, it's that Iowa defense, brother.
Oh yeah,
I'm
a big fan of Iowa. They've been my darlings all year, and I hope they can go far and beat everybody. You know, they're in the Western. One of my co-hosts on one of our shows, he goes to Michigan State, and he raves all the time, so he knows about his Big Ten football. Iowa's in the much weaker conference, the West, as opposed to Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, all them playing together.
State.
Iowa's got an easier road to get to that championship game. So I think they're going to get to that championship game, and hopefully they can go undefeated and beat a Big Ten champs, whoever they play against.
Yep, and there you go. And my final takeaway before I get into what I need to get into for this week, Kentucky handled a spotlight. They went up to 15 after beating Florida at home, finally. And then they backed it up with a win against LSU. But now we're going to see what the real test is. But we're going to get to that in a minute because my top 5 group of 5 for week 7, you know who's that number 1 bear, man? I mean,
the Bearcats.
Cincinnati. I mean, you know who number 2 is since BYU lost. So you know who got to move up. Coastal Carolina, because all they do is what? All they do is win.
Win.
Big.
All they
big.
do is win.
They all they do is win. Number 3, the San Diego State Aztecs. All they do is win. They doing their thing. They undefeated. So that's same with number 4, SMU. They undefeated. They doing their thing. And BYU, they still in there at number 5. It's only their first loss. I'm not like everybody else who gets overreactive over a loss. Yeah, they lost to Boise State. But we all know who Boise State is. Boise State is not a nobody. We know who they are. So BYU drops them 2-5. That's my top 5 of Group of 5 for this week. We'll see what happens when we get to week 8. But now, let's get to the cream of the crop. Because you know what? Bearman, we thought last week was big. This week is even more bigger now.
You know, and you know what? One more thing before we get into this coming week. You know, I should mention Michigan barely beat Nebraska. Notre Dame barely beat Virginia Tech.
Didn't I say you had to escape Virginia Tech?
You did.
I did say that you're not gonna walk in the Blasphemy and think you're just gonna come out victorious.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, my friend. Nope. Not happening. Not today. Not ever.
All right. Week 7 slate, 12 p.m. on Fox. Number 12, Oklahoma State Cowboys take the trip to Austin, Texas. And we're going to find out if number 25 pissed off or they still hung over what happened last week, the Texas Longhorns.
Let me say this. Texas is absolutely lucky that they are still ranked because, in my honest opinion, they don't even deserve to be ranked. Not by a damn long shot. And the fact that they're favorite to beat Oklahoma State, which is ranked number 12 at home, you know what? Yeah, we'll see if they're pissed off, but more importantly, we'll see if they can actually play some freaking sublime football, especially on the defensive side of the football. See, now I'm sort of acting the way I was like I was 10 years ago, so a little bit of the younger self of me is now kicking in, but I don't think Texas is going to win.
Shout out to Matt for joining us in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Kenny, Cowboys and Longhorns.
I'm gonna have Oklahoma State stay in undefeated here. The mullet man gonna get it, pull through another one. I think that after that loss last week, Texas is gonna find another way to how to lose this week. And shout out to Matt in the chat, good friend of ours from Colorado, the Rocky Mountain Sports Report. Big Denver sports guys out there. Please check them out. They're great.
Nice.
Colorado is such a beautiful state. Colorado Springs is absolutely spectacular.
All right, moving on. So same time, noon Eastern, CBS, the Marvin Tigers on the road to 17-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. Can the Auburn Tigers turn it around, or can Arkansas just say, you know what? We got punched in the mouth against Georgia. We try to respond against Ole Miss, but damn it, we not losing a third one.
My main man and co-host Kurt Valenti would be the perfect guy to ask. He's a diehard Auburn fan. I'm going to do my best and say, yes, they can turn it around, but it's going to matter on how Bo Nix plays. If Bo Nix can manage the game and do what he's supposed to do, I think they will beat Arkansas, who may have, they had a tough loss last week against Mississippi, but we all know they got blown out a couple weeks ago. They may have overachieved early, and now maybe they're finding ways to lose as well. So I think Auburn can bounce back this week.
All right. Bearman, he thinks Auburn can take it.
It just might happen. But, gentlemen, I say it just might. Auburn played last week? Was it Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they only lost to Georgia by 24 points. Now they got it. That's a bit, a line.
No. When you say 24 points, say it like you mean it, because that's exactly how the game went. That's exactly how the game went.
Yeah,
that was not pretty whatsoever.
No, but it could have been worse. But Auburn's just got to get over it and just focus on the future. But I feel like this game could go either way. But let me say this: it's going to be decided in the fourth quarter. That's the way I see it. It's bad enough that one of my good friends from school, is an Arkansas, is a diehard Arkansas guy. But I'm sure he wouldn't like me. He wouldn't like me hearing this. But I'm sorry, Jared. But yeah, it's definitely going to be decided in the fourth quarter. But I'm not ruling out I ain't ruling out the Razorbacks, Jared. I'm not ruling anything out from them.
I'm
just
gonna be
saying,
honest.
It's gonna be the fourth quarter.
I like what Kenny said. Bo Nix gonna have to show up because you playing a physical Arkansas team. They learned the real meaning of physical when they went to Athens, Georgia 2 weeks ago.
You know what, Darnell? You like what I said. I loved what you just said. Physicality. That team, man, Arkansas.
So if Bo Nix don't play up the snuff, he gonna get hit. And on the defensive side, they quarterback, Arkansas's quarterback, Jefferson, he gonna hit them. Because he's a physical quarterback.
Yes.
So I want to see, can Auburn can man up and say, damn it, we are better than this, and we're going to prove it. We're going to see, though. But continue with the SEC, 12 o'clock, ESPN. I know Bearman, when we first did it, Bearman said he want to talk rivalries. So I got a rivalry for you. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Number 20, the Florida Gators take the trip to Death Valley, not in prime time. This is noontime. To take on LSU. Now LSU is falling off. Or Edgerion's on the hot seat. Florida took that heartbreaking loss to Kentucky 2 weeks ago. They bounced back and gave Vanderbilt the beating that they deserve. Just to be honest. Now it's Florida and it's the Gators and Tigers. Where are we going? Me personally, it better be Florida because the way this LSU team look, there's no way they should hang with Florida. If Emory Jones and RA-15 do what they do, or I say AR-15 do what they do, Anthony Robinson, they do what they do, we got this. There's no problem. But they seem to have trouble on the road. That's what gets me. So I'm worrying about my quarterbacks.
Well, the way you just say it's like the Florida Gators going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and we'll see if they can fight their way out. Because
it's not prime time, so it's not prime time. They don't fall in that trap this time. They're Valley at night. That's a whole different level.
This is the first time I've never seen LSU have a run game since I can remember. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Leonard.
Speaking of physicality.
Florida, I know they're on the road, but Ed O is on the hot seat, and rightfully so. I don't see Florida losing this game. I just see Florida as a better all-around team, and I was definitely wrong beginning of the year. I had LSU as one of my sleepers in the SEC. I've watched them. I watched them lose to Auburn. I've watched them lose to Kentucky. They're going to lose to Florida.
Yeah, Florida, I don't see them losing this game. Now, LSU probably will put up maybe a fight for the first half, but I think the second half might be a difference maker, and I really see the Gators, finishing it there. I mean, it's an SEC game, so but yeah, I really, realistically speaking, I can't see Florida losing. I really can't.
Matt, I like what you said. Florida by 10. That makes me feel good. Thank you for that. I need that. Florida by 10. All right. The 3:30 slots. Y'all ready for this? Game of the week. SEC. Number 11, Kentucky. Undefeated. Guess where they at? Athens, Georgia.
Athens, Georgia. Where else but Athens, Georgia?
Over the hedges. Number 1 team in the country. The Georgia Bulldogs. All right, Kentucky. You took down one rivalry in Florida. You followed that up with a win against LSU at home. Now you're going against the team over there. The team who has dominated the East Division for a while until Florida decided to go ahead and take back control of it last year. And then they came back with vengeance like this.
Well, you know what's special about this game?
Does Kentucky have a chance in this?
Well, you know what's special about this game, gentlemen? A battle of these.
Oh, by the way. The one they know how Vegas think about this. They got Georgia favored by 23. One versus 11, and number 1 is favored by 23. Let that sink in. Go ahead, Bearman.
Well, like I said, the fact that this game is a battle of undefeated teams, both at 6-0. But we've seen how on a tear Georgia's been, but Kentucky's been on a tear too. So this game, we're really going to see who really is better. I mean, it's a 10-spot difference. It's Kentucky at Georgia. Like you said, the game of the week. But Georgia's winning it, guys. Georgia's not going to lose at home. Not to Kentucky.
Candy?
I agree. I think Georgia's going to win at home. But the Kentucky teams I remember, in recent years play defense as well. And we all know Georgia's defense is tops. I may be a sucker. We do a wagering show tomorrow. I may be a sucker and take these 23 points, but I just feel Vegas wants you to take the points. I may be a sucker and take the points here, but Georgia, I think, wins the game.
23.
Well, that's what Vegas wants, right? I mean, that's what Vegas, of course, they're going to want.
It's like they're telling you to take this, but I'm right there. I'm thinking about taking it. Like,
I'll be honest, I like taking the points too. So just know that I may actually jump in on that one as well.
See,
all joking aside, we said a few weeks ago, Arkansas can't lose by 18. They lost by 37.
They got shut out. I mean, shut out.
It's shut out.
There was a game that I was looking at. I spoke to Darnell about it. It was like a 40-point spread. I'm like, really? I really want to take this 40-point spread. They lost
that was
62.
Alabama. I told her, don't you do that. And guess what? Alabama beat the brakes off them.
Yeah.
So like a kid, the way you the sucker terms. Well, that's what Vegas is always after. It's all about getting those suckers, right?
Hey, if I'm Mark Stoops right here, this is good board material. They got Georgia favored by 23.
I'm going to get back to you guys. I'll message Ricky tomorrow. We have a former bookmaker, so he comes on our show each week, and he'll know what to take in this game. And I'm going to ask him tomorrow and see who he goes with, if he's going to go lean Kentucky's way or Georgia's way. And I'll pass that message to Ricky, and we'll make sure I get that to you guys.
Well, I'm super curious to know. So thank you, Kenny. Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on. I couldn't help it. All right, we talked about BYU. They dropped from 2 to 5 in my group of 5 top 5, but they can make up for it. Bear man. They're back in the state of Texas. They taking on Baylor.
And speaking of Baylor 5-1.
Only lost to the Cowboys with Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm. Only lost to Oklahoma State. They beat West Virginia, but there's two fine gentlemen that I know that are West Virginia graduates. So I don't want to tear West Virginia apart because I know that's really gonna hurt them. But if Baylor pulls off this win, that's gonna give even more proof. How you mentioned earlier that BYU is not handling the spotlight so well. So if they lose to Baylor, it's more of that truth right there, Darnell. So that's probably going to make you feel that's probably going to justify what you say.
I mean, look, Kenny, they going to Waco. I'm gonna treat Waco like I treat Blacksburg. You just ain't gonna walk in Waco, Texas, like you gonna win the game.
I'm gonna jump Baylor's bandwagon here. They beat Iowa State, I believe it was, not too long ago, and they're under the radar. Nobody's really talking about them, so I'm going to take the under the radar team in Baylor in this one.
BYU dropping 2 in a row. That is not a good sign, especially to a team that's in a conference that you finna go into.
It's true. Good point.
I don't know. They might take the loss to Boise State kind of serious. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have this game on one of my TVs. I'm gonna see how BYU respond because you will be facing Baylor more time when you get into the Big 12. So let's see how you handle that one. Like I said, I like my group of 5. So I did pick a whole game of group of 5s there, man. Fresno State is at Wyoming. That should be a good one in the Mountain West because the Mountain West is up for grabs. Even though I got San Diego State in my top 5 list, these two teams are right behind them.
Sure are.
The Cowboys and Bulldogs, they coming. So that's something to look at for all my Mountain West fans. Fresno State, Wyoming. That's why I guess all I got to tell you.
Wyoming, Josh Allen's alma mater.
And he's killing the NFL right now. I hate to say it. What he did to Kansas City was just ridiculous, but we'll save that for another time. All right, taking the trip back to the ACC because you know why? Number 13, Ole Miss. They rebounded from the loss to Alabama. They took care of Arkansas. Now they on the road to Tennessee. And I hate to say it, Kenny, I think Tennessee might be on the radar too. So can Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin's going back to his old stomping grounds.
Yep. I think I gotta go with Lane Kiffin on the road. I think Tennessee is still a couple of years away. They're kind of improving a little bit. They got 2 losses, but those losses were bad losses. To Florida, they got blown out.
Oh, that was gonna happen after we lost to Alabama. Tennessee that happened to be the next victim on the schedule. So they messed Tennessee up by putting them right after Alabama.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Lane Kiffin in the Mississippi, beating his old school, Tennessee. I think they're gonna be putting up 50, and he's gonna try and get Matt Corral that Heisman any way he can get it over there in Ole Miss, and he's just gonna have him throw 50 times a game, and he's gonna complete about 40 of them for 400 yards.
Hey, Bear Man, you like these kind of games, old coach going back to his old stomping grounds to face the team that he used to lead.
Yeah, when we all.
Let's see how Lane Kiffin handles this one. All right, and finally, 7:30, ACC Network. Yes, I got an ACC game in here. I don't know why, but I do. NC State, 22nd in the country, taking a trip to Boston College. Is it me, or every season? I'm gonna ask Kenny this because I know Kenny's more into a college fan like me. But is it me, or every single season, somehow, some way, Boston College has this record, and we trying to figure out how did they get to this record, and nobody knows.
I have no idea. I said, I said it. Everybody thought Clemson was going to run away with the ACC, and I said, yes, I believe they're going to run away with their division, but there was going to be a team because this conference is so bad that's going to surprise somebody and come out of nowhere this year. And 2 of them, and this is Boston College and Wake Forest.
Whoever thought Wake Forest would be leading the ACC? I want y'all to listen to that. Wake Forest is leading the ACC.
Well, I hear it's funny coincidence. My friend's niece and nephew. Niece is a Boston College student. Nephew is a freshman at Wake Forest. God's honest truth.
So Wake Forest is leading the ACC. You have NC State here, and they are at Boston College with the same regular 4-1. Somebody's going 5-1.
I'm gonna go with the Boston College Eagles and my buddy's nephew being in the stands there, getting that win. I'm gonna go BC.
He's going BC. He's a believer in the Eagles.
AC State is right behind Wake Forest, but this game is in Boston, right?
Yeah.
No, Boston with that home field advantage, but the Boston College, I think, lost their first game last week, so that's another question. Are they pissed off about it? That remains to be seen, but Boston College may have a chance. I would not rule them out. But the fact, though, they're especially the fact that they're 0-1 in conference play.
Yeah, I mean, let me look at it. Well, they lost to Clemson.
Oh, they had Clemson. Yeah. That was a close game too.
19-13.
Okay, yeah, and the fact that they kept Clemson under 20 points.
Like, I'm just looking at this.
They scored more than Georgia did against Clemson.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's why you just can't.
Yeah, they scored more, but NC State actually the one that beat them.
Yeah, that's why you can't rule out Boston College. That's why you just can't. There are these specific reasons right there.
You know what?
Boston College, guys, was at Clemson, if I'm not mistaken.
It was at Clemson.
Yeah, I think this could be a sneaky blowout here.
Well, we'll see.
You know what? I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the Wolfpack because I like what they got going on. They can run. They can pass. They can play defense.
Clemson. Yep, they beat Clemson, and so they got some good wins too. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
At least they're doing better than UNC all of a sudden.
Oh yeah,
Shots
They
fired.
fell off the mount very quickly.
overrated.
Apparently so. Because who's going to challenge Clemson? We think UNC is going to do it. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to UNC. Matter of fact, you know what happened? I think they got ranked up to number 10 and they started losing. There's something about that TIF ranking, man. Something about that TIF ranking. Because BYU was ranked 10 and they got caught by Boise State.
Number 10. So Michigan State. I hope I'm wrong, my buddy for Carson, but they're ranked 10 this week. So they got the dagger this week. The ranking number 10.
And they at Indiana. Oh my God.
Oh God.
I may have to shake off the Eli Manning jersey for the weekend for the number 10.
Yeah.
Indiana, and you know, and it's in Indiana, and you know Indiana get us from games like this. Indiana can be old and whatever. Let a right team come in there. You're gonna see the best Indiana team you have ever seen in your life.
I agree 100%.
Oh Lord. And that's at noon too. Jeez, this noon o'clock say is ridiculous. All right, that's it. That's my college football for the week. That's week 7.
That's week 7.
And as we continue
Man,
to trickle along,
man. You just said week 7. Think about how fast it goes.
week 7. Man,
Time is only going to get faster. It's
hey,
time
matter of
to
fact,
get faster.
I got confirmation. The college rankings for the playoffs would come out November 2nd.
Bernard, what's up?
November 2nd.
Catching
They
the
come out
sleep.
November 2nd. So we almost there, and that's why after we played, that's after the Florida and Georgia game too. Jeez.
And Florida Georgia line, I hope is not playing the halftime show.
Shit. All right, but that's all I got. That's a good one. So Saturday, like I said, Saturday's
Nice slate
gonna
of
be a
games.
big
Nice Saturday football day.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Kenny, I do my stuff, man. Every week I put the slates, and there's not been a game that actually failed me in the least. You can ask Bear Man.
But by the way, Darnell, do you have the records for this weekend? Do you have the records for this weekend, Darnell?
Shout out to Bear Man, 12-4 on the week.
Don't feel bad, Darnell. I got to do ours tomorrow, so don't feel bad.
Me and Ricky tied at 11-5. Shout out to Bear Man for picking the goddamn Falcons, and me and Ricky picked the damn Jets.
I will go to mention this, that an entire panel that picked NFL games, every single one on the panel picked the New York Jets on Sunday.
So
that was 12 people in a row, all had the NYJ, just end the season on their thing for the win, and they lost.
Hey, you know what? Ricky actually put that in one of the comment sections, and a lot of people put the laughing emoji on there.
Because they know it's true. They know it's true.
And I had to put it because that will make me. I said, they don't have Calvin Ridley or Russell Gage. All they got is Kyle Pitts, and y'all let. Matter of fact, you put a DN on Kyle Pitts. A DN. Who does that?
Robert Saleh.
Damn Jets.
Anyways.
Just end the season.
Shouts out to me because these two gentlemen here decided to pick let me think. Washington? Over the Saints.
Let me just say
that's one thing I got wrong.
That was one thing that even NFL.com and CBS both had Washington favored to win. So it was actually a pretty big consensus.
I don't care. They must forgot who was coaching the Saints. Sean Payton.
Yeah, probably.
That was one of the few I got right last week.
I would give myself this, but I can't because I still picked the other team. But Ricky can test it. That's because me and Ricky was talking. I said, "Now watch Pittsburgh beat Denver. What happened?"
Yep, Schittsburg wins again.
I said, ain't this? I said, God
Yeah,
damn
they
it.
beat the Broncos. I mean, they beat the Broncos.
I
No,
actually.
but me and Ricky were talking about it. And I said, what? Watch Pittsburgh. Everybody's picking Denver. I said, watch Pittsburgh don't win this game. And they
Be
did.
careful. Be careful. Our friend Matt was he's Bronco fan, and Kurt. So Kurt's not here. I don't think he's
I'm
probably
sorry, Matt, but that is how that
too
feeling.
late for him to
Son
be on.
told
We don't have
me.
to worry about him. But the Colorado guys, they're 2 hours behind. So if we got anything bad about, we could say it. I'm joking around. We could say anything. We
No,
want about the
hey,
Broncos.
literally.
I went through all of my logistics on Saturday, getting ready for the show. We ended up not going on, and I'm sitting there now. I'm in a blur, and I'm looking at notes, and I'm like, yeah, Denver's pretty much destroyed on offense. I don't see them scoring very many points. And then we were sitting there doing that Fox Pick'em thing, and Darnell was like, "Oh, they're gonna win by like 10." I'm like, "No, what are you out of your mind?" I think it's probably like be like a 5-point game. Look what happened.
And then I was a believer in Patrick Mahomes at home on Sunday Night Football. Josh Allen say hell no with that. And matter of fact, that's the game that got Ricky to win over me. Because he started Dawson Knox.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
He
I
started Dawson.
fought ESPN and I won. Oh, TJ Hawkinson or Knox? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo. Although ESPN said no, and then there was complete killer.
Josh Allen, all those points in this that performance in the second half, that allowed me to come from behind and win. Again, I had my second win of the season by less than a point. That's my
Check
only
this out.
wins.
You have Stephon Diggs, you have Emmanuel Sanders, you have Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis, Singletary, Zach Moss, and y'all let Dawson Knox torch y'all.
He's now in the top 10 in tight ends for the NFL right now.
Dawson Knox.
Yep, out of nowhere.
Who is not known to people like that?
But by the way, Bernard's brought up a very interesting point, which I think we need to talk about, which would be that, before we go, that lovely Green Bay Cleveland game, Cincinnati game, sorry. We talk about all of the missed kicks this weekend. What was that, 5 kicks in a row?
Not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 missed field goals.
That's
From
5.
the 2 minute to overtime.
Booker T is going to spin a Rooney out into the middle of the 50-yard line. 5 missed field goals.
I have never seen that many missed field goals in a game.
In
the entire game.
I mean, I don't think it's ever happened.
How many? There was 11 missed kicks over the weekend alone.
They did it within 2 minutes in overtime.
There was 13 missed. I think it was either 13 or 14 missed kicks total this weekend.
Yeah, it was
5 of them in one game.
Never feel bad for players. They're making millions. But man, did I feel bad for those hometown fans in Cincinnati. They were so ready to party and have a good time, and missed kick after missed kick.
By the way,
they have missed kick.
You ain't noticed. Me and Ricky were talking.
If you watched any of the game, part to blame would be the coaching staff for the Bengals, in my opinion. But they got very conservative with Joe Burrow at the 35, 40-yard line, and they're letting this guy kick 45, 50-yard field goals. I thought the third down calls handing off. They should have.
Oh, I get it. You saying they ain't go for the throat. That's what you're saying. They ain't go for the throat. I get your point, because when you playing somebody like Aaron Rodgers, you might want to go for the throat. Check this out, Bearman. This guy down here at the bottom, the press, he didn't believe Cincinnati was going to hang in there. And I said, you crazy. What's Joe Burrow go back and forth with Aaron Rodgers? And that's what he did. He went back and forth with Aaron Rodgers. He stood up to Aaron Rodgers. Get that man his props. That man wasn't scared.
I don't know. Cincinnati does have a bright future, though. They do. They have a bright future right now.
Oh, they got their offense. They do have to build that defense now. Think about their young receivers. Chase, obviously, the year he's having, and T. Higgins.
Kenny, I got a question for you. Because this stuff like this blows my mind, okay? We seen what Aaron Rodgers did all his life in the NFL, right? We know who his favorite target is, right? So in the San Fran game, And in the Cincinnati game, why is nobody stopping Devontae Adams when it's time? You know that's where he's going.
I have a comment about that.
Oh, go ahead. I'm like, you know where Aaron Rodgers is going. It is crunch time. Why y'all not stopping it? It's the exact same play they did against San Francisco.
Because we don't have the copycat league in the NFL. That's why. We don't have we do not have the copycat league in the NFL. I'm as much as I don't like to listen to Sunday Night Football on TV, I like to listen to it on the radio and watch the game. I'm going to tell you this. They should still do the same thing that they are doing now to Tyke Hill. They should do the same thing with Devontae Parker. Cover two and make sure you have two guys on him at all times. They don't do that. They all decide, oh, God, let's play 3 deep zone and have linebackers run in the middle of the field. Caca. That's not where you should be playing freaking defense in the NFL. I'm sorry to tell you. In the fourth quarter, you have guys like Tom Brady, like Mr. Aaron Rodgers, okay? Even they're doing it with Russell Wilson now too. You have 3 down linemen and the rest are safeties. Hello. Why didn't this thing become a topic back like years ago? And everybody just plays zone, and guess what? There are available spots in the zone that you can throw to. Where does Adams go to? The empty spot in the zones. They don't have anybody covering him. There's no man-to-man on the zone. Nothing. These people are idiots.
Kenny, you got anything?
1,000%.
Because I'm just baffled by it. I'm like, you know where he's going at. And he's in the middle all the time. It's not on the sideline. It's not on the right or the left. It's in the middle of the field. The middle of the field.
That's where zones are open, in the middle of the field. And if you have a linebacker who's slow as a turd, who can't keep up with him, he's going to be open all the time. God, these coaches need to play Madden more. Getting white guy anger on ArchRivals. This is lovely.
Hey, about damn time. Because you should get angry after the whole damn week. That whole week was damn ridiculous.
I think my final note is, and I'm hoping and praying, I'm going against the cards on this. Okay? I'm going against the cards on this. I am hoping and praying, okay? John Gruden is not the only card to fall. Dead serious. I really hope John Gruden is not the only card to fall.
I mean, there's a lot of emails that the NFL has, so I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna be the only one. That's a lot of them emails they got. That's a whole lot.
I will have the answer to that Jacksonville-Miami question on Saturday.
Lord have mercy. That's a London game too. Jesus Christ.
17-17
yeah, that's a get up at 7 a.m. or get home from work at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning when I get home and I can watch something. Nah, that'll put me to sleep.
Speaking
that'll
of
be the thing
games
that puts
in
me to
Europe,
sleep,
gentlemen. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
What was that?
Oh,
No, I'm sorry.
I know where you want to go to. So,
a game in Germany.
Germany.
I'm getting tickets for that. I'm signing up right now. I'm saving up every penny to go to Germany.
See, a sports writer in France that I'm connected with actually spoke to me about this, and he actually asked me, like, what would I think if France started featuring NFL games? I said, well, I'm sure it would. I mean, me, honestly, in my opinion, I guess that's cool, but, the NFL, I mean, I know several sports writers in France. I mean, they've watched highlights. I mean, every now and then they'll show games, but, every sports writer in France that I know is like, yeah, I don't understand the game, so, I mean, I really don't think. I mean, France may one day have the games. I don't know, but I really don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I mean, Germany had a European football team, so that's why I'm like, okay, well, it's been in Germany before, so even though it's American football, it's not so popular in Germany. I mean, I'm sure there's still fans out there that still remember when I think the team was in Hamburg. I think it was one in Berlin. I'm not sure, but It was merely a thought, but I guess the bottom line is if France ever features NFL teams, I mean, me being French American, I guess I'm like, okay, that's cool.
By the way, here's another comment from the Peanut Gallery. Baker Mayfield's girlfriend or wife or whatever. Sit down, shut up, do your fucking commercials, and keep your mouth shut.
Hey. Look here. Baker Mayfield, guess what? You dropped 42 points on the Los Angeles Chargers. The problem is Justin Herbert dropped 47.
Yes, but Baker Mayfield's girlfriend or significant other after the game was like, "Oh, leave Baker alone. It's not his fault that the Cleveland Browns lost." Listen,
Oh my God.
don't do yourself a favor, woman, please. Do not involve yourself in sports media. Because after she came out and said that on Twitter and Instagram, she was legitimately verbally attacked by everybody in Cleveland wanting to hit her with dog bones. I'm not even joking. She just needs to she needs to pipe down and stay doing the commercials, and that's the end of it.
That impersonation, Ricky, that impersonation, spot on, brother. You might get an Oscar for it.
I give him the Chargers game.
I don't give him.
No. Let me finish. I give him the Chargers game because he threw for a lot of yards. He ain't turning the ball over.
He's playing hurt.
But
I don't care. Leave him. Leave
what
the
happened?
poor bastard alone. Okay. He's
But
playing hurt.
what happened when you was in Kansas City? What happened when you was in Kansas
Did
City?
he not throw a pick to lose that game?
Exactly.
Okay, so then that was his fault. Okay, we could bitch at him for that, but we can't bitch at him for the other 4 games. Hello.
Nah, I said the Chargers game. He did his job against the Chargers. That defense, I don't know what happened to Cleveland. I don't know how. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna blame it on Cleveland defense. My man Justin Herbert is just that dude. I've been trying to tell y'all that for a while. Justin Herbert is that dude.
I've been saying that shit since last year. He's legit.
I've been saying it since he was coming out of college. I watched him in Oregon.
Herbert's legit. I'm not even joking. I wouldn't say like they did on Sunday Night Football a few weeks back where they have him in the Hall of Fame already, but he's legit.
So, but it's gonna be a fun topic for me and Ricky to talk about on Saturday, the battle of Oklahoma quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me rephrase that. Heisman Trophy winner Oklahoma quarterbacks.
All right, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit because we talked about Oklahoma.
I think that makes 2 of us. Brother.
I did it for me. I did that for me too.
That's because our Oklahoma fan is not here currently, so we can't.
Oh, when she go back and watch it, she'll be happy.
Oh, she'll be yelling at me tomorrow. Oh, look what you said about Oklahoma. You should have been here to defend your team. Sorry. I guess
your team. I mean, in Texas, there's a saying, it's not your team. Unless you went there, you graduated from there, it's not your damn team.
She lives there, so. Well, used to live there, at least.
Used to live there. She lived in Norman?
Yes.
Okay, that's close enough. But in Texas, these super extreme conservative Texans say, if you didn't go to school there, you shut your mouth. But, for me, I don't care about Texas, don't care about Oklahoma, so I'm like, I'm neutral.
Hell.
I'm in the neutral zone.
Gainesville is number 2.5 hours away from Jacksonville, and I'm a Gator fan. And my Rams are in LA. I've never been to LA.
And by conservative, it's not political. It's like conservative football fans, like these religious, super diehard football fans.
Well, I am somehow going to get down to Baltimore because I want some seafood, and I would actually like to go see a Ravens game. So one of these days, I will do that.
Don't do it.
Just
don't do it week 17.
Texas, Ricky. You should
just
come
don't do
down
it
to
week 17. Whatever you do, don't go week 17.
Why? What's week 17?
Don't worry about it. Just don't go week 17.
Kenny, week 17. Get me a spot on the floor. I'm coming.
Let's go. You come out anytime you want.
Man. I'll go for that.
God damn it.
Thank you.
Guys, I got a quick question for you guys. Russell Wilson's out to at least week 10.
He's not making it till week 10.
Seattle's got Pittsburgh this week at Pittsburgh. Let's have them lose in this game. They lose this week. Does Cam Newton get a call?
No.
No chance?
Absolutely not.
No.
I thought that system might have fit him a little bit. That's why
I hate to say it, but there's there's 2 guys riding the pine right now that are probably extremely fiending for a starting job. One of them just so happens to be, I believe, in Chicago. That would be Nick Foles. And there's another guy who's up in Buffalo right now who's probably looking for another starting job and is just taking up space, and that would be Trubisky. So don't knock those.
Trubisky's not staying in the field. I'm
Let's
sorry.
not knock those two guys for possibly being some type of a trade bait. And I also heard Matt Barkley might be coming out of retirement for another starting gig at some point.
Why the hell Matt Barkley gonna come out of retirement? What has he done in the
Because he's
NFL?
probably the best, most expensive career backup known to man. I mean, if Nathan,
Just for a sneaky name.
I mean, Nathan
Mr.
Peterman got in a game this week. Why can't we get Matt Barkley back in the NFL?
I was going to throw out Joe Flacco as a
Oh
possibility.
hell no! Hell no!
Believe me, there was a lot of
Game
there's
manager?
there's a lot of rumors going around, but I have a feeling they're going to go with the reconstructed jaw, Geno Smith, for a while, because he actually does fit the system a little bit. So
Geno played great on Thursday night.
he had the same rating as Russell Wilson by 2 decimal points. Give me
He
a break.
played good. Wow, he threw a
You guys want to
pick.
hear something funny?
He threw a pick because the receiver fell.
Buddy on
Wow.
our show is a Jets fan. Seattle gave up their pick to the Jets. They have Seattle's pick next year. They can have 2 top 10 picks next year.
I don't see
Seattle.
I don't see Seattle falling down that low. If it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be about 500 anyway. And a lot of teams are going to be making a lot of different moves at the trade deadline. So I'm pretty
Macy!
sure that's going to happen. You see, I had to scream out her name, and she showed up.
Hey, Missy, anything you want to say to Bear Man? By the way, go back and watch the entire show because we did talk about what took place over in the Red River Showdown.
Hey, Missy, I see you right in the meat. What's going on?
Yeah, so should be. You suck, Bear Man. She says.
I'll come and say hello to you guys tomorrow night after our show. Missy, I'll come say hello to you guys.
Macy, I was talking about you. I was trying to defend you, and all I got was crap.
You lying ass man. You lying to the American people. I can't believe you. You actually seen him lying to the American people. Oh.
So do the Longhorns. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, Missy, you can double up this week. You got TCU. You can double up this week.
Oh, man.
You can go 2-0 against Bearman. Oh, he would hate that.
Well, I could care less.
Missy
about
can
college, but
talk
I could
all she
care less
wants. Her
anyway.
team is in the college playoff right now. Right now. Next week we'll see, but right now she can talk all she wants. They're in the ranked number 4.
But
And every time they go to the Final Four, Oklahoma gets destroyed. It gets dumped out.
I see some really, really big bet going on for that. Live on the air, we have her come on, we place the bet, and then we carry it on later on.
Look, if I see a shoe being thrown this weekend, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. Damn it.
Who
That
the hell
cost
throw-
us the playoffs.
Wait, who throws a shoe anyway?
Okay, okay.
Who throws a shoe?
I guess I gotta explain what happened last year. Kenny can vouch for me on this. So last year, right? Gators riding high, beat Georgia. They on their way to the college football playoffs. All they gotta do is face Alabama, do a good showing against Alabama, and we good. But before they can get to Alabama, we have to play LSU. We play LSU every week, so that's like our rivalry from the other.
It's wasted potential.
That's our rivalry from the other
Worthless.
side of the conference. 3rd and 15, we get a stop, right? Marco Wilson, who now plays for the Arizona Cardinals, makes the tackle, takes the shoe off the player, and throws it 15 yards down the field after the play. Personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct gives them a first freaking down. And they
I remember
freaking run the clock out and kick the game-winning field goal. So instead of us being able to get into the playoffs, we got to go into the ACC championship game against Alabama with a loss. And eventually, you know what happens. We played Alabama, and you know what the result on that one was.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm finding the video for Saturday of him throwing the shoe. That's it. All righty.
Kenny, you do not know how angry I was. Lucky enough, I was at
I
work.
can imagine. I would have
I
had
was at
broken
work.
TV, broken computer.
We actually won the East for once. And our player team went up in smoke because he threw a goddamn shoe. And we lose to LSU. At home, by the way. This was in Gainesville.
Throws a shoe.
They called it a shoe game for a reason.
Oh, jeez. All righty. Well, that's it for tonight's episode of ArchRivals Football Season 3, Week 6 in the NFL.
There you go, Ricky. He put it in the chat for you.
Oh, good. I'll have to post it up for Saturday on the show as their preview. The guys are going to show. We'll be back Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I did not make Twitch and Twitter tonight. For some reason, it did not post, but I'll post the video up anyway. Any final comments around the horn?
Kenny, go ahead.
Just thanks for having me on, guys. Always a pleasure. I'm going to, with Ricky's invite, I'm going to join you guys tomorrow, and we'll have a little fun with Oklahoma, Texas again with Bear and Nisi live, if you guys are down for it. Join you after our show, and I'll let you guys know on our panel what the Oklahoma and Texas, if it was a clean sweep each way for their respective teams this week. I'll let you know. And I can let you guys know tomorrow on the air about the Kentucky-Georgia as well.
23 damn points.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way TCU beats OU, guys. I mean, let's be real. OU's gonna steamroll TCU.
I don't care.
He has the best nickname.
I don't
Joey
care.
Clams. Joey Clams. That's a great nickname.
I mean,
how you ranked 11 and you are 23-point underdog? You ranked 11 and you're a 23-point underdog. That's crazy.
Yeah, Bernard's got him. Bernard's got him by 21. Oof. Okay.
It's not 23 though. That's my point.
I don't know. All righty. So we do have the question of Flashback Friday on Friday. Yes, that'll be there.
Yes.
We also have the comedy on tomorrow night on all of the platforms. Pain Train Pipe Bomb. I think it's going to be at 8 p.m. Should be amusing because there's a lot to talk about, including the John Gruden BS, which I guarantee you will be a really, really great topic on our show because we're going to sit there and
I might have to sneak in and listen because I want to hear Missy and Maicho.
We'll have to.
That's gonna be interesting.
We'll have to get a little bit sports political tomorrow night on that, and well, yeah, we get shows the next 3 days. So
do not miss Saturday.
Do not miss the next 3 days. Period. How about
Don't
that?
miss the next 3 days, but Ricky's put something together for the intro on Saturday. You do not want to miss that.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm gonna try to reach out to a special person, see who you want to say a few words, but do not miss Saturday because from Saturday point on, the show's gonna be a little different.
Definitely different. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, whether you are listening to us on the audio or video. We will catch you guys later.
peace out.
Hey, did you like that show? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Share out our shows to all of your social media. Need merchandise? Check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at great prices. Tune in next time for another edition of ArchRivals Football, and we'll catch you on the flip side.